Bill Tonight was born for that role, quite frankly. Adam West just nipped him there by a couple of, I don't know, must be an acting agent's thing. Never mind, that's just a personal thing. Back to the show. Hands on buzzers, and welcome back. Here we go. What type of musical instrument does Lurch play to relax? Dean?
Harpsichord.
Yes. Which leads us pretty neatly into the reason that Janie is sitting there quietly sniffing rose stems.
I love the smell of rose stems in the morning, Richard. And, well, of course I'm Morticia Addams. I would. Who needs those horrid little buds around? I want to talk about the Addams Family because, well, they may have been creaky and ooky, but today the Addams Family is still some of TV's most popular characters. Even though the show only lasted 2 seasons, I don't think we all realise what a short run it had. The show was actually based on Charles Addams' spooky cartoons in the New Yorker magazine, and it's one of the few television series in the history of television to spin off from a single panel cartoon. Now, when the casting started back in 1964, Lurch was the quickest role to fill, because as soon as 6'9", Ted Cassidy lumbered into the office and said, "Hello." He sounded a bit like Elmer Fudd, in fact, in that voice, but he got the part, despite the fact that he had absolutely no acting experience. And that made John Astin a bit jealous, because he'd wanted to be Lurch, but the producers placated him by offering him the role of Gomez instead. He had to promise to grow a moustache as a condition of getting the role. Carolyn Jones had been in, well, she'd been in Wagon Train and The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and when the producers couldn't find a bigger name to take the part, then she put down the oranges to play with the firsts, and she became Morticia. Now, the kids had Hollywood in their blood. Lumpish little Ken Weatherwax, there he is, look at him, dimples everywhere, was the real-life nephew of Lassie's trainer, believe it or not. Yep, that's what acting's all about. And Lisa Loring had been around too, if you don't mind me saying. She was, of course, too young to read when she started filming, so she had to remember her lines that were recited to her just before they started shooting a scene. Now, Jackie Coogan had been the first megastar child actor. He was a real veteran. He made The Kid with Charlie Chaplin, and he earned millions of dollars, but bad management put him on the skids. But 50 years after that, he got his second chance to be a star, this time as Uncle Fester. Looked a good deal older there, too. Blossom Rock, she was also a veteran. Now, it's impossible to recognise her here as Jeanette MacDonald's real-life sister. That's what she was, and look at her under all that hideous makeup she wore as Grandmama. I've had mornings like that too, I can tell you. But Cousin It was pretty hard to recognise in the street too, for that matter. He was played by Felix Siller. And, of course, he's the only sitcom character in the history of the world to be named after a pronoun. Now, its voice was just gibberish played backwards at high speed, and that's how it sounded like that. And Thing was actually Ted Cassidy's hand. Although when Lurch and Thing had to share a scene, well, the producer would stand in for the hand. So, OK, the Addamses were pretty creepy and kooky, but emotionally they were really better balanced than the Brady Bunch. One American problem columnist even advised his readers to watch the show to observe a really together family unit. And when the Addamses lectured Mr. Hillier, remember the truant officer, about non-violence, well, the show even received a letter of congratulations from a Washington Foreign Affairs Committee. So, see, Richard, the show had fans in high places, all right, not just you and me.
I'll say it. A Washington Foreign Affairs Committee? What was that?
Well, I don't know. I believe Henry Kissinger was involved in it in some way, so I suppose he just had a thing for Morticia. Or maybe he modelled his life on Lurch, I'm not sure which.
Yeah, it must be something like that. I think it was probably Lurch. Thank Jane Holmes, ladies and gentlemen, as we find out more about the Addams Family. And hands back on the buzzers, because it's now time for the option round. Our TV players come out in various guises, and behind those guises, well, subjects. Those subjects, questions. You know how it works. Cone of Silence will be leading us off, so let's get them out here. We've got Westerns. We've got 60s rock. We've got TV ads. And we've got kid shows. Andrew Daddo! Get down! What a guy! Andrew, welcome along to the great TV game.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
And, of course, you were one of the stars and leaders of the factory for many years.
Well, a couple, yeah.
A couple, anyway. We'll call that many. And what are you doing now?
I just started my first film.
Fantastic.
A thing called Kicking the Picasso, so, yeah, it's happening slowly.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Golly shucks. And now you're going to do something even more important. You're going to ask option questions. OK. Well, Cone of Silence, you've got the ball, so where would you like to go first?
We'll go with kid shows.
Kid shows. Andrew, you're up at bat straight
First
up, mate.
OK. In play school, how many special windows were there?
Wendy.
3.
3 is exactly right. Well done. OK, where do you want to go?
Kid shows.
Kid shows. Kid shows. Time out. Andrew, you're on a roll. Hang on for a sec. Yeah, you're on a roll, mate. Go for it.
What is the name of the furry puppet in Wombat?
Wendy.
Aggro.
Yes. Tone of silence.
Kid shows.
Kid shows again. All right, I'm going. Simba. Kid shows
Again?
again. Mate, you're on a... I've never seen anything like this. Unbelievable.
Name the moustached guitarist in the Muppets.
Wendy.
Dr. Teeth.
No, sorry. Floyd Pepper was the guitarist. Ball goes to the Castaways, and they're relieved too. Whereabouts do you want to go, guys? 60s rock with Ringo.
Yeah. Which Australian band sang about poison ivy in the mid-60s?
Dean.
The Twilights.
No, sorry, it was Thorpe in the Aztecs. Never mind. 2 questions to go. Castaways, you've still got the ball.
Let's go, come on.
TV ads.
TV ads.
Oh,
thank
thank
goodness
you.
Margie's almost choking
Yes,
under
I
all
haven't
that.
got a sink round my neck for nothing. Here we go. Name the brand of paint Rolf Harris says you can trust.
Andrew.
Dulux.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
British paints. Everyone in the audience did that too. They all did this to themselves. No, you guys. Final question, Zone of Silence.
Come on, wait, one more time, come on.
60s rock.
Run it.
60s rock, Ringo's back. Weston's you're out.
Right. With the backing track from Papa supplied by Big Bopper, name the 60s hit that reached #1 by the singer Johnny Preston.
Abysmal accent. Wendy. Wendy, quick, time's running out.
Ukulele.
Sorry, what was that? Electric Ladyland? No, I think that was Roy Hendricks, wasn't it? No, it was a great song. Running Bear. Running Bear, loved the little white dove. Oh, never mind. That is the end of the round. We've got to thank Andrew Daddo for coming on, being a part. What a winner, what a guy! Look for him in game shows everywhere.
Good.
And Janie, check those scores.
Well, there's a bit of a difference at the moment, Richard. The Cone of Silence, 45 points to the Castaways, 25.
Option round was a big one for the Cone of Silence, but never mind. More bonus questions coming up a little later on. Make sure you come back too on the Great TV Game Show.